You're watching Pulse for the 13th of April, and it is once again time for some Diablo news. In this week's episode, we take a look at the Darkness Falls Heroes Rise website Blizzard has up for Diablo 3 and its impending launch, the latest batch of Diablo 3 beta keys that were sent out, beta patch 16 and all that came with it, the rewards we received for helping the Diablo Facebook page reach and surpass 2 million likes, and more. Let's get straight to the news. First up, as I just mentioned, the Diablo 3 launch site is now live. The Darkness Falls Heroes Rise site will reward you and your friends for preparing to face the impending demonic invasion and rising up as the heroes of Sanctuary. Well, when they say it like that, it does sound absolutely glorious. But it will also help Blizzard with generating hype and help us by giving us something to do before and until the launch of the game on May the 15th. You'll be able to find new information, videos, unlockable content, contests, a banner customization tool, and your chance to claim 5 exclusive sigils for use on your customizable banners when Diablo 3 launches. This whole thing is almost exactly the same as what Blizzard did for both StarCraft 2 and Cataclysm with Join the Dominion and Your Fortune Awaits. Those two were tons of fun, so I don't see this one being any different. And hey, who doesn't want to unlock extra goodies to use in-game? That alone is super cool, and as I said, there's much more to it, so you'd have to actually visit the site for yourself to see it all. Speaking of seeing it all, you can do your part to help advance the progress bar on the main page of the new site. As of recording this, the progress bar is at 23%, and one developer diary has been unlocked along with an excerpt from the Book of Cain. You can find both of those linked below, and by the time this video goes up, I wouldn't be surprised if there's another unlock available already. Anyway, check it out. You can help make progress by sharing unlocked content and player-submitted art and photos from within the site by clicking on the like or share buttons. Blizzard have already told us that they will be unlocking all manner of exclusive content. This includes interviews with the Diablo 3 development team, culminating in a truly epic unveiling once the progress bar reaches 100%. So the first 2 heroes have already been unlocked on the site, and those 2 are the Demon Hunter and the Barbarian, with the next no doubt coming soon. These are coming out every week until the launch of the game. Along with them being unlocked, we all get the chance to claim those in-game rewards, we get to look at the class in action in their showcase videos, we get related short stories for the classes, and much more. If you saw last week's Diablo news episode, then you would have already seen the Demon Hunter video. This time around, you're watching the Barbarian in action. Both can, however, be found linked on your screens right now. They will open in new windows. Blizzard have also taken the time to answer a few concerns that players had with the mini site. That said, if you're having issues at all with anything on the site, be sure to give the FAQ they submitted a peek. The one point in the FAQ that I feel is a must mention is that there will be a short grace period shortly before the game releases where you'll be able to make up for any sigils you might have missed. So if you did, for instance, miss the Demon Hunter sigil, then you will be able to get it again just before the game launches. So that's it. What are you waiting for? Head on over to the Darkness Falls Heroes Rise site right now to enjoy everything it has to offer. On a more unofficial, spoiler-filled note, the guys from over at Diablo Fans have somehow managed to uncover pretty much all the information about the unlocks already. Yes, go figure. You can check all of that out below too if seeing it all right now is your thing. I personally am going to wait till it all unlocks via the site. Before moving on, did anyone see this and think to themselves, Orc? I don't know, just saying, this Barbarian looks kind of weird. Next up, those amongst us still waiting for Diablo 3 beta invites will be happy to know that Blizzard are in the process of sending out 275,000 beta invites to opt-in testers. It will apparently take a while for these all to go out, and Blizzard do, as always, recommend that you check your Battle.net account management to see if you got in. Don't trust those emails. And as one extra, it seems like these are going to players from all around the world, not just to the US or just to the EU or anywhere else. Everyone's in on this action. So if you are one of the people still waiting for one of those invites, then check your account management page and hope for the best. Anyway, now we can move along and have a talk about the latest patch to hit the Diablo 3 beta servers, patch 16. There were once again not that many changes this time around, and I will once again say that that is a good thing. The game is getting more and more polished as we approach launch. So let's have a look at what was changed up. As with most patches before this one, everything has been wiped. Yes, all your characters and everything they've ever held dear is gone. Aww. A new feature has been added that allows players to view their FPS while in-game. To access this feature, hit Ctrl R on PCs and Command R on Macs while playing. The last of the general changes sees the cooldown on swap-in skills while in normal difficulty decreased from 15 seconds to 5 seconds. There were a couple of smallish class changes to the Barbarian, Demon Hunter and Witch Doctor 2, which can be seen scrolling down your screens right now. In the crafting section, gold and material costs for crafting recipes have been adjusted, and the chance of salvaging rare materials from magic items has been increased. In the item changes, class-specific items no longer have the chance to be generated with affixes that cannot be used by that specific class. For example, increased hatred regeneration will no longer appear on wands. That's cool, and I've actually fallen prey to yellow items having stats that I didn't really need or want on them. Good change. Demon Hunter one-handed crossbows have received a damage buff, and I hope it's a ton of extra damage because I really disliked using those silly one-handers. Then lastly, spirit regeneration on monk items has been increased. Moving on, in the monster changes, slow, stun, and other movement impairing effects are now more effective on treasure goblins. In response, treasure goblins will now sprint away for a moment after being hit. Scavenger monsters will now burrow less often, and zombies will no longer feast on corpses unless they are at full health. That's pretty much it for the official notes. Keep in mind that there are obviously also the usual bug fixes to have a look at, but now for the unofficial. 3 rune skills got moved around in this patch to allow access to Thunderclap, Numb, and Unbreakable Grasp. You can find a post and video link below showing these off. Captain Dalton has a new ability in patch 16. He now summons a few ice orbs that grow, then explode after a few seconds. You can now buy rings from vendors, and finally, there's a new healer icon on the minimap. So again, if you want to see the full official or unofficial patch notes, then you can find them all linked below, and let's hope this is one of the final patches before launch. That would be grand. In our next slightly smaller piece of news, over 2 million people are now following Blizzard's English language Diablo Facebook page. In appreciation of our commitment to Diablo and to commemorate hitting the 2 million minion milestone for the Lord of Terror, they've released 2 variations of 2 exclusive banners for all of us to showcase on our Facebook timelines or to share with our friends. I can safely say that I've already got the Asmodan one hanging proudly on the Tales of Lumen Facebook page. Read more about this and find those images linked below for yourself. With that done, let's move on to the Diablo 3 smalls. First up, over at the official site, have a look at a quick Did You Know post about submitting media. There are a few new class progression pages to have a look at, and lastly on the official site, score free gear and discounts during the countdown to Diablo 3. Then there's a bit of talk from the blue posters about the Diablo 3 release time of day. It seems, thus far at least, that the guys in Asia will be getting access to the Diablo 3 servers first, then the Europeans, and then everyone in North America. Needless to say, quite a few people are unhappy about that, but it's not set in stone just yet, so we'll have to wait and see. The guys over at Diablo Fans have a couple of Diablo 3 armor set previews up. Then you can see an interesting video right here on YouTube titled The Evolution of Diablo. This is from the guys over at IGN. And lastly, there's a Diablo story refresher up. This covers Diablo 1 and 2, and it seems like a good way to prepare for Diablo 3 if you don't know or just forgot some of the parts of the story. This was created by a YouTube user named Zealous Demon. Check it out and enjoy. That is sadly all I have for you in the Diablo news this week. You can find a few extra blue posts linked below that may or may not interest you, but as always, check back here soon for more, like the video and do all that other good stuff, and most importantly, happy working on that progress bar.